All right, so you're here because you want to find out how the hell I made $30,000 on one project. And first of all, thank you for reading the emails. You know, I take a lot of time on these emails, and they're very personal to me. These are my stories. This is my life story. You know, so if you found, you know, you're getting to the bottom of these, and you're clicking the links, watch here, and you're actually following along with this story, kudos. You have some sort of attention span more than a goldfish, like most people, where they only have about 3 seconds of an attention span. So good job. You're gonna need that attention span if you really do want to make a living in music. So I wanted to show you first off what project made me $30,000, because I think that's the first thing. It's like, how did you make $30,000 off of a music project? Well, it was a 30-second commercial for McDonald's, and it was a Filet-O-Fish commercial. I'm gonna play it for you, and you know, you can judge me if you want, but here it is, and this is how you make that dough.
We are seeking fish delicious,
Filet-O-Fish,
so ridiculous.
Filet-O-Fish,
We are craving cravelicious,
Filet-O-Fish.
much more than delicious.
It's Filet-O-Fish delicious.
The McDonald's Filet-O-Fish, made with 100% wild-caught Alaskan pollock. You know exactly where to find it. There's something for everyone to love at McDonald's.
All right, there it was. So, am I proud of this commercial? I don't know. It was a lot more fun than serving Chinese food and making, you know, dog shit money. So, yeah, I'm proud of this commercial. And the biggest thing here, like, I wanted to really like break this down. This isn't just, yeah, you get a commercial and you make a $30,000 paycheck, right? I want you guys to actually have the skill set and understand how this all works. I would say the first thing you notice is that we're on a page from mutado.com. Now, what is that and why is that important? Well, that is Mark Mothersbaugh's music house, Mutado, and I worked for him for about 5 years when I first moved down to LA. Now, that's super important to understand, and probably the key if you're not at a position where you're just connected up in the music industry, you can take on all this work yourself, and you're just killing the game, and you can go collect $30,000 paychecks or even get a shot at a McDonald's commercial, right? So I'd say the biggest thing and the biggest key to unlocking big paychecks for music in the beginning, especially in your first 5 years, is to work with other people, right? Work with A&Rs from different record labels, work with sync houses, work with publishers, work with producers that are further along than you are, work with composers that have jobs that you can help them with, that you can collaborate with them on, the guys and girls that are getting the jobs you want to be on. That's super important. Don't try and go chase jobs when you're not qualified for them, or you're not connected enough to music supervisors, directors, producers, executive creative directors. If you don't know these people personally, you need to connect with composers, producers, and creators that you do know personally and start to help them with jobs, right? So that was a big unlock for me. That's how this opportunity even came about, is that I was working with Mark Mothersbaugh for close to 5 years, and with this commercial I was probably 3.5 years in with him, right? So there was a lot of trust there, and there was a lot of, yeah, you want to write on this commercial? Yeah, cool, I'd love to. But okay, that's like step one. Like, don't think that you're just going to go out and knock on doors and be like, hey, can I write your McDonald's commercial? What's the budget on it? You know, I want $30,000. So that's number one. Step number two is that I wrote the music for this, but I also did the voiceover and the singing on it, right? So these are like big things, big opportunities. And within that step, I would say that the lesson to learn here is that you should always do everything and try everything, right? So you got a commercial across the board, and let me break down what I actually mean by that. You get a commercial or a project across the board, and they're like, we need you to write music for this. Okay, well, maybe I'll do temp vocals as well, you know, demo the vocals if you sing, or maybe you're a writer, maybe you write some lyrics, whatever it is, right? You start to do some stuff that's additional, go above and beyond, right? At the time, I had been in voiceover and been doing voiceover professionally for Pandora Internet Radio and all this stuff, and I was getting paychecks from them as well. And I was doing this commercial kind of stuff. So what I did is I was like, well, I'm going to write the music. I'm going to sing on it, right? My voice on it, because I sing as well. And then I'm going to cut the copy that they have on this commercial thing for the actual VO, right? The announcer at the end. So I did all of it, and I produced it up really well so that when they got the package, it felt like our commercial's done. It's wrapped. This is exactly how we want it, right? We don't want to change anything about this. We love the voiceover at the end. We love the singing. We love the music. It all makes sense. Like, you're the guy. You're the director. You're the producer. You're turning in something that's completed. And that is a super big key to working in this profession. If you're going to be in music in any creative agency or any creative outlet, like you're painting, you're doing graphic design, finish the product all the way through to where it can be aired right there and then. And that was a big unlock, right? So how did I make $30,000? Well, first of all, being a composer under another composer, you only get percentages of what that composer really gets, because it is a business. The business has to eat. The business has to get paid for. I got about 20% of the total fee on this, which the total fee was probably somewhere around $30,000 to $50,000. I ended up getting about, I think $7,000. $7,000 off of the music, like writing the music, because I just got a percentage of what the overall fee was. So that was $7,000 there. But for the singing, this was the key here. I wasn't in the union, but this was a SAG-AFTRA job. So Screen Actors Guild, this is a union job, and the union royalties and the union payments are really high. So if you even go do a session for voiceover or for singing, they'll pay you right away $456, $480 for the session. That's one session. Now, if you cut any extra takes, they're going to pay you extra money. If they bring you back in to do another session, they pay you for the session, right? And then you get residuals on the reusage. So the first time usage on the platform that they paid for, you'll get a royalty for that. And then when they decide to put it on different places because it's doing well, like say they put it on a network television and then they want to put it on cable and then they want to put it on the internet, the SAG-AFTRA and the union will collect more money for that. So basically I collected, $23,000 in my mailbox for over a few weeks. Now I had to wait a little while for those residual payments to come in, but this is the key to it all, right? So if you are a musician, you play guitar, bass, keyboards, whatever, you sing on stuff, keep doing it, keep going, and lock in with people, because you never know when you can get an opportunity to play guitar on something and collect royalties from AF of M, right? So I'm really happy you are watching this video, because I'm breaking down kind of like all the different ways you can monetize something like this, right? So voiceover, singing, your voice is big deal, especially if it's a union gig. Even if you're not in the union, if they really like your voice, what they'll do is they'll I forget what the term is called, but they basically sign off on it and they give you an exception. And that exception allows you to do a union thing. And then if you get maybe 2 or 3 of those exceptions, they'll actually invite you to the union. Now the union, SAG costs like $3,000 just to join. So if you're not at that level where you're going to get a lot of SAG union jobs, then you don't want to join. But the AF of M, the American Federation of Musicians, that is about $111 a year to join. And you can make a lot of residuals off of playing instruments on commercials. Like I did a Lexus commercial where I ended up making an extra $10,000 over the year because it kept running and it kept getting reused and I kept getting AF of M paychecks in the mail. So hopefully this is really cool for you guys and it gets you a little unlock on how to make some money in the music industry. It doesn't need to be you making records in your bedroom and releasing them on Spotify and hoping that they stream up, right? That's kind of a dead model, I'll be honest. Even record labels know that. They're not using that model anymore. They're trying to get placements into film, into TV. They're trying to get, big things happen for the song. And then they're trying to run up the streams as well. And the YouTube content ID and collect money off of, the back end for the mechanicals and the publishing and all that. So anyway, there it is, making $30,000 off of one job. I absolutely never thought I would ever get there. Previous to this, my biggest year at a restaurant was at P.F. Chang's, where I think I made like $38,000 in a year. So in a year, this project gave me $30,000 in one project. And it was a project that maybe lasted about a week. So just to give you some perspective, there's a lot of money in music. You just have to think about the different mediums that you can get music in. And if you made it this far, I got a special gift for you. we're gonna have a little acoustic guitar performance from Mr. Chris Cohen himself. Come on over, Chris Cohen.
We're gonna do that later.
No, we're gonna get it right now because these people came in and they watched this video. So Chris is gonna show you play you a little guitar song.
Okay.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. So Chris Cohen, go follow him on Instagram at Tofi84, right?
Yep,
That's
Tofi84.
That's right. So go tap in. We're going to be making records this weekend. Just wanted to give you guys a little special surprise there. So thanks for tuning in. More to come.